I've been a fan of slice of life anime for a while now, and at the beginning of my anime watching career, I never really understood the genre. I was the typical boy anime watcher where everything needed to be super epic with a lot of actions and boom and bam, things like that. But after being in college and working at jobs, I found a new appreciation for slice of life anime. For me, a slice of life anime is something I can watch to totally forget about any of my problems in my life at the moment, and just immerse myself into the anime. Experiencing all the fun and interesting scenarios our main characters have gone into. This lets me decompress and just resets my stress levels for the day. And no anime has done that better than the helpful fox Senko-San. Now, for anyone who hasn't seen this anime, let me give a quick run through about what this anime is about. We follow our main character Nakano, your average everyday office worker in Japan. At the beginning of the first episode, we learn a lot about his personality and how he lives his life for the past few years. Learning that he seems fed up with his everyday routine and he has no ounce of enthusiasm in the work he does. We also see that he's someone that can't say no to anyone who asks for his help, giving himself more work to do even though he wasn't obligated to do it, causing him to work overtime unpaid numerous amounts of times. It seems like he was about to give up and go back to his parents in the countryside. But on one field day, Senko-San came into his life. And oh my god! Can we just admire Senko-San for a bit? She is one of the cutest anime characters I've seen in a long time. I mean, just look at her! And her voice actor increased her cuteness by like tenfold. I could honestly listen to that for hours. Anyway, getting back on track, because of Senko-San, it changed everything in his life. With her around, Nakano was finally able to properly decompress and relax. Now, there are a fair share of people who were put off by the series and found this anime to be creepy because it caters to the lolicon audience, especially with lines like this. And like this. So yeah, I can totally understand why someone was put off by the series, but for me, it never really affected my watching experience. Now, this anime did a really interesting thing focusing on the topic about Japanese work culture, because like a lot of us know by now, that Japan has a vigorous work culture, having tons and tons of people working overtime, and sometimes they die from overworking. They even have a word for this now called karoshi. So I find it really endearing that this anime is trying to relate to all these hard workers in Japan and telling them that you need to find time for yourself. But also, you need to make the changes in your life that will help you out in the long run, even if they're really small. For example, take better care of the food you eat. I know it's easier, cheaper, and faster to have instant noodles or a pre-made bento box from a convenience store, but that just creates a ticking time bomb for your health. And they never give you the same feeling as a real home-cooked meal. It's these types of lessons and how they're executed in the anime, it's the core of what makes this anime so great. It literally feels like you're having your HP restored back to full. And I know this anime is specifically for the working Japanese people, however, I can still relate to Nakano in many ways. During the summer, I've been working at a warehouse, and it's absolute agony. I'm working long hours every weekday, and the working conditions are definitely not ideal. It's crazy hot in the building, the area is super crammed, there's a ton of dust everywhere, and all the lifting has irritated my shoulders like crazy. So during the weekends, I'm so exhausted that all I want to do in the little free time I've had, I just want to relax and watch anime. Then with college starting back up, I'm getting floored with assignments, homework, and studying that I can barely find the time to watch all the anime I want to watch. This is why I haven't uploaded a new video in over half a year now. And I am so sorry for that. Because don't get me wrong, I want to keep making videos for this channel, I really do. But I also don't want to force myself to make videos, because I know they won't be at the quality I want, and I'd probably burn myself out from juggling too many things at once. This is why I can relate to Nakano so much. He was someone on the brink of burnout and felt like he just couldn't move on anymore. those feelings have happened to me a multiple amount of times throughout my life, and I was definitely having some of those feelings when I first started writing the script. So the fact that I could relate to this character so much and project myself on that character, it felt so reassuring, and it made it even more relaxing to watch this anime, because it genuinely felt like I was getting pampered by Senko-San. Which is also why I also want to thank Doga Kobo Studios and Rimukoro for introducing Senko-San not only in my life, but to everyone else who has enjoyed this anime.